We created Point OutWords to serve a community of people with autism who historically have been underserved. The public discourse surrounding autism tends to be driven by people who can speak, obviously. And yet so many people with autism do not have that ability. So many people with autism, you hear stories about seeming to understand more than they can say. And we wanted to bring the capacity of communication to those people who historically have not had a voice.
The app is based on work developed in India at the Comdale Clinic, directed by Dr. Praktivakaram. The team has focused on developing prerequisite skills to communicate. Point Outwards brings to the wider world an Indian intuition on the link between cognition and movement. The app targets a segment of the autistic spectrum that is among the most impaired and often the least involved with research, therapy and daily life. Point Outwards is a software that is intended to work with the caregiver. The Point Outwards app has been piloted with school students in Nottingham, Peterborough and Cambridge.
It helps because it gives a different way of approaching language. The language that you use for problem solving, the language that you use to interact, the language that you use to describe is the kind of language that Point Outwards, gives you. Is that brain connection that you need the child to do in order to use that speech.
So I have two children, Jacob and Amelia. They're both quite severely autistic, both affected by social communication more than most, I suppose. Jacob finds group situations more difficult. Amelia is able to deal with a group situation, she just doesn't talk, she just goes non-verbal.
She has selective mutism, so she does not speak in environments that are with strange people. She goes mute.
The app has been helping us getting Jacob to focus, so we've been trying to encourage him to stay at certain activity for a little bit longer. Amelia has really enjoyed using the app, and it's quite a good insight for us to see how she's able to do things that we don't usually see her doing.
He addresses language from a point of view that no other product in the market does.
It's kind of promoting us a calmer environment when we're out. I think it's just a good communication tool. I've talked to quite a few parents while we've been using it, and they've all said they would sign up and use the app for the same reasons as we're using it, just to help with the communication and building on that.
To find out more about Point Outwards, scan the QR code or head to the App Store. Point Outwards, for communication for life.